Bette Davis finally garnered her first official nomination and victory for Dangerous against Elizabeth Bergner in Escape Me Never, defending champion Claudette Colbert for her second consecutive nomination in Private Worlds, 1933 winner Katharine Hepburn for also her second nomination in Alice Adams, Miriam Hopkins and Becky Sharp, and Merle Oberon in The Dark Angel, becoming the first actress of Asian descent to be Oscar nominated. Elizabeth Bergner's lethargic and perplexing work in Escape Me Never exemplifies the kind of head-scratching nomination disappearing into oblivion. The only scene that leaves any impression is her playful introduction, wherein she masquerades as a schoolgirl to procure a free meal while struggling as a single mother.
Oh, well then why did you come up here?
There was a party here from 3 schools, and each one thought I belonged to the other. But then they began to call over the names, so I had to hide.
Yes, but why did you come at all?
To get some bread.
Bread? Here? In the Palazzo Nerone?
Oh no, not here.
Beyond that moment, her acting feels inorganic and her chirpy voice is grating. The film's incongruous genres and tangled love quadrilateral are uninvolving, exacerbated by the unwatchable cinematography and a lifeless production. Just as Clark Gable failed to recapture the magic he brought to his Oscar-winning role in It Happened One Night to Mutiny on the Bounty, Claudette Colbert fares worse in Private Worlds as Dr. Jane Everest, a physician who works in a psychiatric hospital. Dr. Jane does what she is supposed to do, emotes when the script requires it, and cares for the welfare of her patients, who are reduced to simplistic embodiments of mental disorders, leaving the drama in her work a flat line.
You didn't mean to do it. You won't give us any more trouble, will you? We're your friends. We wouldn't harm you. Why should you want to fight with us? Poor Jerry. I know you're sorry. Now go along with Mr. Beaumont.
In 1935, Merle Oberon made Academy history as the first actress of Asian descent to receive a Best Actress nomination. She notoriously concealed her mixed heritage as a secret until her death to preserve her Hollywood career at a time when she would have been forbidden to be cast as a romantic lead due to the Hays Code barring miscegenation and deported due to the Immigration Act of 1924, which prohibited South Asians from legal immigration in America. In The Dark Angel, Merle plays Kitty Vane, a young woman caught between her two childhood best friends, Alan Trent and Gerald Shannon, played by Frederick March and Herbert Marshall respectively. Merle possesses a sweet and lovely presence that it is impossible not to be drawn to her even when Kitty only exists and breeds to choose between the men in her life. Once the film shifts toward Alan's wartime blindness, the emotional fulcrum gravitates toward Frederick, who does his best with his cheesy material, leaving Merle little to do beyond conventional romantic brooding.
Kitty, think what it means.
It means life again. I've been dead. Oh, dearest. It was cruel of you. How could you know me so little?
Kitty, will you listen to me?
No, I won't. I won't. You told me once never to stop watching you, never to go away. I never will, never. You may as well face it, darling. You'll never be alone again, wherever you are.
Bette Davis's first Oscar victory for Dangerous is the first example of a consolation prize, compensating for her loss the previous year for Of Human Bondage against Claudette Colbert in It Happened One Night. Comparing Betty's works as Mildred and Joyce is inevitable. Betty attacked Mildred with chaotic volatility without nuance and coherence. Betty's greatest acting hubris is her misguided tendency to unleash the combustive ardor of her characters without humanizing and making sense of them. Dangerous is a slightly superior version of Human Bondage. The former establishes Joyce's issues, and Betty is more restrained in depicting Joyce's weariness stemming from recent streaks of scandals and misfortunes compounded by alcoholism and professional decline. Yet, Betty also feels oddly detached and unenthusiastic. Betty exhibits Joyce's exhaustion from being entangled in shameful situations and her happiness when regaining footing in her life, but her half-hearted commitment is disconcerting. Her chemistry with co-stars, including Franchot Tone, never fully ignites. The film also sheds glimpses of Joyce as an actress, but the film discards that characterization in favor of a rush ending so Joyce can be with her ex-husband. In fairness, Betty still outperforms half of her fellow nominees, but her work is underwhelming and subpar to what she would eventually deliver in subsequent years to come.
Pity! Pity! You dare feel sorry for me. You with your fat little soul and your smug face, picking your way so cautiously through a pastel existence. Why, I've lived more in a day than you'll ever dare live.
Amid a lineup of solemn suffering and romantic passivity, Miriam Hopkins brings refreshing vitality to Becky Sharp. Miriam infuses the ambitious and socially calculating Becky with infectious energy, colorful personality, and theatrical wit. Her lively performance complements the historical distinction of being the first Academy Award-nominated performer in a Technicolor film, and she looks glorious in it. Out of all the actresses in this lineup, she is the one who sinks her teeth into her character the most and serves as a precursor to Shirley MacLaine for deftly balancing comedy and drama without veering on wackiness and overwrought melodrama. You cannot help but still root for Becky despite her fallibilities. However, as much as Miriam dazzles in every scene, her work lacks a strong connective fiber, dampening her terrific efforts as a result.
I won't let you go. I'll fight for you. I couldn't have done anything else. I had to help. I had to do something for you, for both of us. Don't hate me. Try to understand. Oh, my darling, I'm yours. Nothing else matters. My love for you is the only real thing I have in my life. Don't take that away from me.
Katharine Hepburn towers above the stilted lineup with her affecting performance as Alice Adams despite being the runner-up to Bette Davis, who acknowledged that Katharine deserved the award more. Known for inhabiting confident aristocratic women, Kate reveals an entirely different side of her talent here. Alice is eager to please, awkward, and insecure. Despite being 28 years old at the time, Kate convincingly captures Alice's youthful uncertainty and romantic longing. The party scene is particularly revealing. Alice's attempts to connect with others expose a relatable aching loneliness beneath her cheerful facade, and Kate has never been more emotionally wounded. Kate's scenes with Fred McMurray, who plays her crush Arthur Russell, let Alice gradually relax and unveil her warmth and sincerity. She is still voluble but more composed. Her aspirations for upward mobility hold her to fully commit. She loves her family and does not blame her parents for the limitations of their milieu. She knows she deserves stability and comfort. Kate's performance wanes on the final act when we just wait for Alice and Arthur to be together, only to be momentarily shelved by the maladroit family gathering and the drama between her father and his boss about the glue formula. Alice and Arthur's romantic resolution is so abrupt that there is no emotional catharsis. Still, it is mediocre filled. Kate transforms her role into emotionally resonant and enduring, even if the woefully unnominated Greta Garbo and Anna Karenina is the real best actress of 1935 for me.